When a girl dates a black guy, I lose 100% interest in her. Now, this might sound racist, but it's not racist. It's not racist because you can tell, bro. Like, let's not fucking kid ourselves. Let's not play the race card and say, like, oh, you're just because of this. Not because of that. If somebody genuinely likes somebody because they're black, cool. Or somebody likes interracial, whatever. It's fine. But let's not kid ourselves. You can tell when somebody's dating someone else because of their attributes, because of their performance capabilities and stuff like that. So when I see a girl that I can tell is just dating a black guy, just for his gifts and his talents, you know, I'm turned off by that because it tells me that you can't control yourself enough to where you just want to have a good time. And it's just a turn off to me.
So to me, this shows how off society is when it comes to black men. You know, sorry to say, not every black man is very talented in sports or music or over 6 feet tall. So to say that's what's in every woman's head who date black men is crazy. I can see that this guy is overly insecure in himself as a man and not confident at all. You know, you will cut off a very large amount of women out there because you are intimidated by black men. You know what that should tell any woman who date him or is interested in him? That you're with a man who lives in fear. He fears black men so much that if he find out that you dealt with them in your past, he's leaving. Ladies, be careful about who you date, because if a man's confidence depends on you never having experienced another man that was black before him, that's not confidence, that's insecurity. And you can't build a healthy relationship when one person is constantly fighting ghosts from somebody else's past. You know, the Bible say in 2 Timothy 1:7, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. So if you are walking around afraid of an entire group of people because of the color of their skin, you have to ask yourself, where did that fear come from? You don't have to date anybody you don't want to date. You know, that's your choice. But there is a difference between having a preference and being controlled by fear. And if your preference is built on prejudice, eventually that prejudice is going to control you more than you realize. Let's continue this video.
It's like for girls, if you see that I am sleeping with a girl just because she has a big ass, that should be a turnoff, because like this guy only thinks with his dick, with his head down there, not the one up here. So it's the same way for me. You know, I'm not that kind of person. I don't truly give a shit if a girl has a fat ass or not, or, you know, I'm actually a face person. I don't give a fuck about anything else. Like, I'm not too sexual, you know. I'm not that person. I think my brain is too elevated. I'm too much of a genius to give a shit about stuff like that. It's like all those porn stars that go and bang guys, and now they want all those porn sites to wipe the internet so that their future kids don't see that shit. It's not gonna happen. You made a choice, and now you have to abide to the consequences. So if you go around doing that, don't think your dad doesn't know why you slept with a black guy or a 6'7" dude, 6'7", or why your mom doesn't realize that, or why your future kids won't realize that, or why an employer, you know, whatever. People know.
Please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Thank you. But dude sounds very ignorant. And that is nothing like a woman seeing you have a history of dating girls with a big butt and not wanting to date you because of it. I don't think a woman cares if she likes and trusts you as the man she wants to be with. Don't put your weak insecurities on anyone else but yourself, bro. You know, you need some mental help. Maybe need a psychologist or something, because to me it looked like some woman out there did you wrong because of a black man. And now you created an entire thought behind it. Get some help, bro. Get some help. And let me take this a step further, because this is where I think people need to understand the difference between wisdom and prejudice. You know, if somebody personally hurts you, you know, deal with that person. You know, if an individual betray you, deal with that individual. But when you take what one person did and put it on an entire race of people, now you're not dealing with your experience anymore. You're creating a belief about millions of people you have never, ever met. That's not wisdom. That's prejudice. And as a Christian, I have to call that out, because the Bible says in James 2:4, have you not made distinctions among yourself and become judges with evil thoughts? God is not telling us to judge people based on the color of their skin. He tells us to look at the fruits of a person's life. Matthew 7:20 says, by their fruit you will recognize them. So judge the character, judge the actions, judge how somebody treats you, but don't judge somebody, because they're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever they are. Because at the end of the day, you are looking at another human being that God created. You don't have to date them. You don't have to marry them. You don't even have to like them. But you better make sure your reason for rejecting them is based on who they are and not who you decided they are because of their skin color. Come on, you a grown man. And grown men, we got to do better than that. I'm going to leave it there, man. Until next time, it's your boy Paul P. I'm out of here. Doses.